Hey everyone, welcome to Pure Desire Asia channel. Some of you might be asking, what is Pure Desire and how did Pure Desire actually came about in Hong Kong? Well, Pure Desire is actually started by Dr. Ted Roberts and Diane Roberts 20 plus years ago. For their history and their stories, you could actually log on to puredesire.org. They have a full episode interviewing Dr. Ted and Diane of how Pure Desire came about. As how it came to Hong Kong, well, we're looking back in 2012. I was wanting to invite international speakers for part of our men's conference back then, and I wrote emails to 3 different international speakers, and only Dr. Ted replied. And his first sentence was, say, "Dear Daniel, I will not come." I go, "Oh no, the only one that replies says he's not going to come." He says, "Unless you promise me to lead a men's and women's only group after the conference is finished." And it says, I don't want to waste your time or my time, or energy or money, etc., because he has been to a lot of church groups, a lot of church events where, things seems to fire up over the weekend and then it dies off on Monday and Tuesday. So it says that's actually wastes a lot of energy. So he really wanted groups to have a follow-up after he came to speak to the men and women about what it means to walk right with God in the purity area. So it started 10 years ago in 2012. He came and then I welcomed him, and then he took bags of workbook, and the workbook turned out to be like this thick. I was flipping through it and I go, "Dr. Ted, how am I going to lead this? I don't know any of these things. I don't know about the science of the brain. I'm not trained enough. Back then, I haven't been to seminary. I was facilitating, helping as a part-time at men's ministry." And Dr. Ted says to me, he goes, "Daniel, if you start to lead, you will fail. But if you can read, you can lead." I said, "How is that?" He goes, "Well, we're all wounded by relationships. What happens is in a small group setting, a man's only group and a woman's only group, you can only heal by understanding God's love for you and heal through relationship. So all you have to do, Daniel, is read one chapter ahead, facilitate, and allow your healing to begin, and allow the men around you to be healed by the Holy Spirit and the science of the brain." So that's how Pure Desire started it. We started out with 30 men, 3 different groups. None of us knew what Pure Desire really is about, and so there I started reading just one chapter ahead and asking the other leaders to just come and read one chapter ahead together and then lead our group. So a lot of us are stumbling through it, but we're impacted so much by the Pure Desire material. So what happens is the group continued to grow, and then later on we started for women's only group. My wife started to help, and other sister who's really dedicated in walking in purity started to lead other groups. And 10 years later, here we are. So one of the reasons why we wanted to start a Pure Desire Asia channel is because while there's a great channel, great podcast that's being done, I think weekly or if not daily, by the puredesire.org podcast team over in North America, we really feel that it is necessary to have one that is in Hong Kong, in Asia, where we can contextualize it. We could use real life scenarios, and we can have people that you can relate to, examples that you can relate to, such as there is no backyard in Hong Kong, and people don't play American football, or we don't swing a baseball bat here and then, definitely no hockey. So we really want to have this channel to serve all of you out there who care about walking right with God, especially in the purity area. So welcome to Pure Desire Asia channel. We hope that you subscribe and that you tune in often, and we hope to connect with you somehow, whether through the channel or in person.